Even though classes were not in session, the threats that led to a big police presence at the University of Minnesota today struck a nerve that was felt far beyond campus.
As a parent, it becomes very personal.
One of Mike Olson's two sons who attend the U of M was on campus when the first U alert went out, warning of a very specific threat from a very specific individual.
That's very telling and should be taken seriously.
He says that not as a dad, but as the CEO of 360 Security Solutions, a security consulting business he started after a career in the Secret Service.
Having come from the Secret Service and dealing with a lot of these threats in what we call our protective intelligence environment, in my opinion, this is very much a textbook case. Some of the things I've read just today about this individual fit a lot of the factors that we look for on an individual that poses a genuine threat.
Unfortunately, he says it's just one of many threats, some genuine and others driven by cyber criminals that have already closed campuses, libraries, places of worship, and tied up both private security and public safety.
People have gotten more technology savvy, so it becomes easier to try and make these kinds of threats and do these things with the idea that maybe you don't get caught.
How taxing are these threats on different levels of law enforcement or other groups?
They can be very taxing. Something significant like what's happening today is taxing on the entire state right now. You've got multiple agencies, I have no doubt, state and federal, that are working together in coordination to try to locate this individual. And of course, when that happens, those resources, which are limited these days, are being taken away and not available to address other things that generally are going on in our communities. The domino effect poses other threats to all of us as a result of something like this happening.
How do you view that balance between trying to make sure the public is aware of threats that are going on and yet not stoking fear or maybe giving oxygen to what those that are making the threats might be after?
Quite frankly, it's an unavoidable concern in this day and age with the technology that's available to us. I think it's more important to at least get the public alerted to that these things are going on. How we fuel that fire or how we give oxygen can be sometimes dictated as to how much attention we give to the subject themselves. We can inform the public and we can do things to keep people safe without having to give that person all that notoriety.
But he says doing so won't be easy. With global conflicts escalating and a presidential election approaching, he says online disinformation is likely to fuel even more.
Does that concern you about the months to come?
I think it concerns me in the sense that we have to heighten our awareness.
Which means being more aware of our surroundings and the people who surround us, both physically and online.
That's where we really have to lean on the rest of the community to not be afraid to come forward when they see changes in somebody's behavior or changes in their environment. And if we start to see something, we really do need to say something.